Hi guys. How's everybody doing? Alright, I'm just gonna let this load up a little bit and then we'll get to it. Oh no, this shoe. Where will it go? Let's see. My shoes. Used to just one leg. No sound? Can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, just say yes or whatever. Hi there, can you tell something about yourself? Because I can barely know anything. Yep, I'm definitely gonna talk about a bunch of stuff. Yeah, you guys can hear me. So there is audio. Alright, cool. We'll just let this load up a little bit more. With legs like that, we can hear you. You guys are too funny. When you're at work and can't put the sound. Nice to meet you too. Good morning. You can hear me. Cool. Awesome. My mobile sucks. Hi, Ben. Avril Lavigne is currently hanging out with her boyfriend, Matsan. Hi, alles ist ganz gut. Yes. What's up, Aaron? Nice to meet you too there, Ben. Hi, Adrian, Ben, and everybody. Waiting for the day y'all come to Argentina. Ojalá que uno de estos días vamos para Argentina. Guten Morgen aus Kalifornien. Met Zebrahead at Slam Dunk. You guys were sick. Come back to the UK. We're coming back for Slam Dunk, so we'll be there in September. Ja, ich bin halb Deutscher, halb Dominikaner. No, you're not late, Max. You're good. We just started. I'm just letting people, join. That way we're good to go. Hi, Adrian. I'm Adrian. That's a good name, Adrian. How much Spanish do you know? Yo hablo español perfectamente. Yo soy mitad dominicano, mitad alemán. Say hello to Putin. Guten Abend from Österreich. Hello, Österreich. Can we do another show at House of Blues Anaheim? Because that'd be really, really fun. I speak 3 languages. I speak fluent German, Spanish, and English. My German isn't as good as it used to be just because I don't have anybody to speak German with. Out here in California, there's not a lot of Germans that I know. My band enjoyed playing with AWS a few years ago in Fresno. Hell yeah. Hi from Kentucky. I love me some Kentucky. I'm actually, one of my best friends lives out in Kentucky, so I'm there quite often. Future Zebrahead lyrics in Spanish? Possibly. Can you say hi to my friend and I, please? Hi, Bella and friend. Kommst du bald nach Deutschland, bitte? Ich denke, nächstes Jahr werden wir da sein. Also, im Sommer nächstes Jahr. A bit of Dutch. I don't speak Dutch. On tour in Germany. Please translate for those who can't understand English, please. What language? Please do a shout out to Aussie fan Sherry Fraud from me. Hi Sherry, I hope you're doing okay. Chin up, okay? I'm not sure what you're going through, but things always do get better. Aren't the 2 barkeepers on stage with? Yeah, they're both German. We're gonna be back in Germany, I think, next year summertime. So, ever been to Alabama? Yes, I've been to Alabama quite often. Oh Gott, wie süß Deutsch spricht. Danke, Juli. Hoffentlich dann auch nach Österreich. Großartig, dann wird hart getrunken. When was the last time I was in Germany? I was in Germany with Mest in August 2018, I think. Was the last time I was in Germany. Ich will ein Bier mit dir trinken. Also, dann werden wir trinken. Hey dude, welcome to the family. Thank you so much for having me. Have you ever tried writing lyrics in Spanish and German? Yes, I have. Next year, Germany at the Highland Festival. Brasileños, brasileiros, When You Guys Come Cherry, South End Sea. Released an EP. Spotify says an album. Alright, so we're going to get into it. The way I'm going to start this is, I think the best way to start this, here, let me adjust something. The best way to start this would be for me kind of to tell you guys about myself, and then we'll get into Zebrahead as well, because there's a lot of cool things happening with Zebrahead, but I'd like you guys to get to know me as a person. So my name is Adrian Estrella, and I was born in Stuttgart, Germany, and my dad was in the Army. So when I was about 15, I grew up in Germany till I was about 15. My older sister, Jasmine, which she now lives in the States here in California as well, she used to always, she was older than me, so she got all the good music, so I got a lot of the music that I got from my sister, and fell in love with like bands like Green Day and a lot of punk rock bands and stuff growing up in Germany. Then when I was about 15 years old, my parents divorced, and I moved with my dad to Dominican Republic, with my sister as well. And my mom initially was going to move with us, and then we found out that they're having a divorce. So I stayed with my dad in Dominican Republic, and my dad started, dating again, and dealing with heartbreak again, but at an older age. So not knowing how to really handle that, he started drinking a lot, and he started getting really abusive to the point where he beat me pretty bad and kind of tortured me. So I ended up running away from home when I was 18, and I joined the U.S. Army. So I did the Army thing, and I worked on helicopters, which was amazing because I'm a huge airplane and helicopter nerd. So did the Army thing, for about 6 years, but I've always done music. I'm pretty sure that growing up in Dominican Republic, I had the first pop punk band in Dominican Republic, called Pumpkinhead, which was kind of a ridiculous name, but seemed cool at the time. I've always played guitar. I've always played music ever since I can remember. I think my first memory is a guitar in my room when I was like 4 years old. But I remember my parents, I think I was like 4 or 5, my parents got me a drum set for Christmas, and that lasted about 2 days because I'd wake up at like 7 in the morning, bang on the drums. They're like, no, we're going to get him a guitar. So I've always done music. When I was in middle school, I played bass clarinet in marching, jazz, and concert band. So, if you like bass clarinet, fuck yeah. You're right about that, Aaron. And then, growing up in Dominican Republic, I would be playing punk rock bands in Dominican Republic. But then I got out, joined the Army, and even while I was in the Army, I was always playing music. I had a band while I was in called Article 15. When I was in training, it was called Article 15. Now, Article 15 is when you get in trouble in the military, you get in Article 15. So that's what we named it. It was pretty rad. But anyways, got out of the Army, moved to California to do music, and I was in this band called No Bare Feet. And we did pretty good. We got to open up for Sum 41, Three Doors Down, a big list of bands. We left Hawaii, moved to California, and we got to record with an amazing producer called Cameron Webb. Cameron's done a lot of great records like Social Distortion, Sum 41, Silverstein, which I love Silverstein, and Zebrahead. And that's kind of how I met the guys, through Cameron Webb. In 2007 was my first run-in with Zebrahead. I'd known the band, and I'd really liked the band. I'd been a fan of Zebrahead up until that point, and so I met Todd, their manager, and Todd was going to try to manage our band and get our band signed. The band ended up breaking up, and I started my now current band, Assuming We Survive, in 2007. And, we started off in the local scene and stuff, and it's been kind of crazy. I'm a workaholic when it comes to music, so we were playing like 2 shows a night, 5 days a week, to the point where we started selling out venues like, House of Blues Anaheim, House of Blues Sunset Strip, Glass House Pomona, which is like our hometown venue. And, through that, we've gotten a lot of opportunities to open up for a lot of bands that I love. Our first national tour ever was Falling in Reverse, Metro Station, and Attila. And then Falling in Reverse, Atreyu, From Ashes to New. Right before Zebrahead actually did their Sum 41 tour overseas, we did a tour with Sum 41, full U.S. tour, which is great. So we've been lucky, we've gotten to do 2 full Warped Tours, 2016 Warped Tour, 2018 Warped Tour. We've toured the country so many times in Canada, as Assuming We Survive. And then kind of going back, growing up in Germany when I was 16 years old, I would always, when I was living in Dominican Republic, I would always go visit my mom over the summer in Germany. And I went to go buy CDs. I actually went to go buy a Pennywise CD. And in Germany at the time, you can listen to the CDs before you buy them. So I'm like scrolling through CDs, and I was like, oh, I really like Goldfinger, so let me go get a Goldfinger CD. So I got Full Circle Pennywise, Stomping Grounds by Goldfinger, and next to it was this CD of this band called Mest. I'd never heard of that band ever up until that point at 16 years old. Fell in love with the band Mest, and I would literally play Mest and Goldfinger, MXPX religiously in my mom's living room on guitar. And fast forward 2013, we were playing Warped Tour at home, and I see Tony Lovato, the singer of Mest, at the beer garden. So I walk up to Tony and I'm like, yo dude, I'm a huge fan. I know how to play all your songs. My band's playing the Ernie Ball stage at 2:30. I would love if you checked us out. And Tony did. Tony came, watched us play, and I think 3 weeks to a month later, he had us open up for him at the House of Blues in Anaheim. And we're chilling in our green room, and he walks in. He's like, hey man, would you want to play guitar for Mest when the original guitarist Jeremiah can't? I'm like, fuck yeah. So getting the opportunity to play for a band that you loved as a kid was pretty rad. And then, just organically turned into the original members of Mest didn't really want to tour anymore, and Tony wanted to tour. So now I play full-time with Mest. I helped write some songs on the latest record that just came out, and it's kind of a dream come true to play, get to tour the world. We did a European tour in 2018, and we've done a lot of touring. I'll actually, in a little bit, I'll take you through all the laminates that are on the wall, show you guys what I've been up to. So it's been such an honor to play guitar for Mest, and I live with Tony, and he's become one of my best friends on the planet. And then, funny enough, I'm chilling, Assuming We Survive, we're writing a new record, we're almost done with a new record, and I get this call from my buddy Dan, one of my good friends, Dan. And Dan and I have known each other for years, throughout, like, playing shows and the bands that he's in, the mutual friends that we have. And, I always see him randomly. Sometimes I'll see him in Vegas out of nowhere. But, so Dan gives me a call, and I'm like, what's up, bud? He's like, what are you up to? I was like, well, I'm going to the studio later to record, but nothing much. He's like, you want to grab a beer and some dinner? I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Catch up and stuff. And so we meet up at Hooters, and we catch up, talking about life and the pandemic, because at that time, the pandemic was starting to finally wind down, and everything was great. And he's like, hey man, so you're the new singer guitarist of Zebrahead. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you're the new guy. I was like, what? I was like, what happened? He's like, well, we got a text from Maddie saying that he no longer wanted to be part of Zebrahead for whatever reasons. I'm not going to go into those things because that's not my place. And I, as far as Maddie goes, I actually just wrote Maddie the other day and wished him so much luck and success in what he's doing, because, you got to do what you love at the end of the day. That's all that matters, Whether people enjoy what you're putting out or not, as long as you're happy, that's the number one goal. But I wished him so much luck, and Maddie's such a good dude, and he was like, thank you so much, brother. Dude, wish you nothing but the best, moving forward with Zebrahead, and that's pretty cool. So, but yeah, so that's kind of how that started, and it's kind of crazy to be, yet again, part of a band that you grew up loving, because, I definitely have always liked and loved Zebrahead, and, my band, Assuming We Survive, got to open up for direct support for Zebrahead in Anaheim, March 2019, which was so much fun, and that was a really fun show. So, this whole process has been great. The dudes are, like, some of the nicest guys on the planet, and so welcoming, and so easygoing. And when we've been writing, and I know you guys are asking the question about the EP versus the album. I'll get to that. But as we're writing all these songs for the album, it's just been a big teamwork. It's been so great to work with them. We all work together. I'm a big music nerd, so I love. If you see me at a show, which you will, I promise you that, and you see me watching, because I literally watch every band that opens up for any one of my bands. I support every band that I play with. I at least watch 1 or 2 songs. But if you see me on the side, I'm probably air drumming. So I'm a big music nerd when it comes to that kind of stuff. So being able to drum a little bit, Ed and I have been so hands-on together as we're tracking. We come up with different ideas and we work together, which if you watch the announcement video, you see me in the room with Ed and we're just working out parts. And, everybody is so willing to work together and everybody has such good input and good ideas. And, I know I'm the new guy and my styles, in my experience of how I write music, what I'm bringing to the table, I think is going to be awesome. The song sounds so great, and you guys know it now. The single is going to be out July 30th, and it's going to be named Lay Me to Rest. I'm super excited about that. I see my boy Pete from... If you haven't seen Punk Rock Factory yet, you got to check those dudes out. They're some of the sweetest dudes on the planet. They make up some of the best cover songs. They're really rad. They take a lot of time in putting quality content. They're awesome. I was lucky enough to do a song with them, Life is a Highway, which I'm so stoked about. But I love those guys so much. But yeah, recording, and then also being able to record with Paul Miner. I mean, Paul Miner is a legend and really good dude. And he's so good at coming up with harmonies that I would not think of as a vocalist. And it really... I think we've really created something special, and obviously there's big shoes to fill, and there is a lot of pressure. Me being the new guy, to not only perform well but to write well. So it's Punk Rock Factory. Peach, can you put in your the Punk Rock Factory down there in the comments? That way people can check that out. So. My goal, and I think our goal as Zebrahead, as the new chapter of Zebrahead, Chapter 3, is to be the best version of Zebrahead. And I know it's a big goal, but I think that we're doing it. I think that as a Zebrahead fan, I think that this is going to be fucking amazing. Because when I hear these songs back, and I'm like, fuck, this is a Zebrahead song, but, 3.0, it's kind of cool, to be part of that process, and I'm so honored and thankful that the guys chose me, and like I said, so willing, so open, and such a good team. Everybody's been great. The label in Japan has been super great and sweet, and yeah, I'm just very lucky. And the funniest thing too is when this whole process was going in, we did the first teaser video with legs and my shoes, and the fans was the first thing that, being the new guy, obviously Justin had been in the band original, and then you had Maddie, that had been in the band for so long, so for any new guy to come in, I mean, it's a war right there. So, but to be fair, you guys have been all so amazing and so sweet and so funny. Literally, I can't even explain how many times I was lurking on my friends' Facebook because I had them join the MFCB group on Facebook because obviously I couldn't, and I would literally sit there and laugh. It was, you guys are so creative and the stuff that you come up with, and also, I mean, you guys are insane. Some of you guys figured it out so quick. They're like, no, that's Adrian from Assuming Survive, and a lot of you guys were writing me, and I was like, there's no way between Assuming Survive and Mest. I don't have the time, and I know Dan chimed in on that too, which is pretty great. But we're really looking forward to releasing this first single on the 30th. I think that